So here's a question for you.
Yeah.
Why didn't the vampire attack Taylor Swift?
I don't know.
She had bad blood. I'm slowly becoming a Swiftie because my daughter loves Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
You listen to her new album?
I have not.
You're not missing much. I don't. Nah, I take that back. I'm gonna edit that out.
I mean, like, as an artist, you can only put out so many albums and songs before, like, you run out of. There's no way people can keep I mean, I guess people have ghostwriters, but
Yeah. I respect her as an artist because of the following that she has. It's honestly impressive.
well, and she takes care of her crew as well.
Does she?
Yeah.
Okay.
There was that one tour, like last year, maybe the year before, where she gave the roadies, the people like who helped set everything up, like all of them, like thousands and thousands of dollars, like as bonuses, like saying like, hey, like I couldn't have done this without you. I don't like I was rich before this, so just here's some money.
This means nothing to me. Yeah. So anyways, welcome to another episode of As Dead as It Gets, the podcast where we just kind of shake it off. I am the host that you know all too well, Larry, and with me today is the guy I knew was trouble, Tom.
How's it going?
It's going. The song "I Knew You Were Trouble" when I walked in has been ruined for me by the goat because they edited Have you not seen the edit with the goat?
No.
Because they were like, "I knew you were trouble when you walked in," and then the goat goes, "Ah!" Yeah,
that's good. I like that.
I'll have to send you the clip of it. But we are gonna do a quick, short Reddit episode while we wait for the other two to join us.
Yeah,
because they're lame. So we're hitting.
They've got kids
because they got prior engagements. So we're hitting Reddit, and today's comes from our parenting. First story: my 4-year-old can't handle other people using the bathroom, and we don't know what to do. Child, 4 to 9 years old. My youngest daughter is 4. She's sweet. She's a sweet and chill child. She's just got one behavior we can't seem to get through. Anytime anyone needs to use the bathroom, whether it be applying makeup, showering, using the toilet, etc., she just has to get in there first for some reason. The excuses can vary. I have to pee. I got a floss. I got a floss pick. My hands are sticky. It doesn't matter if she just went. It doesn't matter if we ask her beforehand. If she can't get in there before someone, she'll have an absolute meltdown. Kicking, screaming, crying. If she gets wind that someone is already in there, same thing. This happens even if she just went. Occasionally she's peed on the floor or cried so hard she vomits. It's disruptive and honestly frustrating, and we only have one bathroom. Sometimes you just want to shower or press without having a detour for a meltdown or 5 to 10 minute delay while she does whatever she needs to do. I feel like we've tried everything. We already tell her first. We've tried not feeling. We've tried not feeling. We've tried letting her have her fit. Clearly it upsets her for a reason. We just can't figure out why or how to fix this. I want to add that she's kind of like this general anxious that she's going to miss out or miss her chance, but this is the biggest one for We have brought it up to a pediatrician. He chalked it up to normal 4-year-old behavior and told us to wait it out. Has anyone dealt with this similar? What worked for your kids? So there aren't any comments on this yet.
How old is this post?
2 minutes ago.
Oh, okay. That would make sense then. That is not terribly surprising to me as a child who was also very anxious, and I don't think I ever had to get into the bathroom before somebody every single time. But I think it's a lot of FOMO. I think the kid might be scared that she's missing out on something. Part of it might also be anxiety. Like, what if there's something wrong in there and I didn't check before they went in there? And this is just me, my adult anxious brain, like going through like every anxiety riddled situation that I can think of.
Well, like kids are just weird about bathrooms anyways. Like pooping and peeing. I mean, as far, because she's probably freshly potty trained within a year or so.
Yeah.
But like with poop, kids see poop as a part of themselves, so they tend to get anxiety around using the bathroom when they poop. But with this, I mean, I really think it's just anxiety. Like she's afraid she's gonna miss something. Like it's you could try pooping with the door open.
Yeah, like if it's just the three, I'm assuming they don't have other kids.
Yeah.
If it's just the parents and the kid there,
my
say, "Hey, I'm going to the bathroom with the door open." Like, give everyone a heads up. That way, the other parent doesn't get surprised, and the daughter can still go about her anxious FOMO checking the bathroom.
So my daughter used to, like, if anyone was in the bathroom, she had to go in there with them.
Mm-hmm.
And she did that with me once, and I was pooping. And like, you know, like I've got my shirt covering all my bits, so she can't see anything. She just sees me pooping. She sits there for about 2 minutes and then starts gagging. And she has not asked to go to the bathroom with me since.
Harrison, when I'm watching him, will like, even if like my mom's hanging out with him or whatever, and like I kind of sneak away to use the restroom because I know he's going to want to come in with me, and he doesn't do anything in there except hang out and watch me poop.
Yeah.
And one of the last times he looks at me, kind of just has this really worried look on his face, and goes, "It's stinky." Yeah. I told you what was happening in here.
Get out.
And then, like, I finish, I stand up to pull my pants up or whatever, and he doesn't stick, like, not in the toilet, but like he definitely like walks around me and like looks in the toilet, like, to see what I did in there.
Atrocities.
That is weird.
So, there's something weird that me and my daughter do, and I don't know why this started, but our bowel movements have synced up.
You've mentioned that, yeah.
So every time I'm pooping, she's pooping. I don't know why it happened. It actually happened today. Like we got home around 2:00. She pooped, and then about 6:30ish, I poop and she poops. And she's like, "Oh, Dad's pooping. I gotta go poop."
Oh, you know what? Now would be a good time for me to do the same thing.
Yeah. And then she's like, come wipe my butt.
You're like, I gotta wipe my own.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't think it's necessarily unusual behavior, because like around that age, toddlers, they're more preschoolers, but kids have weird triggers, and like they have heightened emotions anyways, so they might be crying because something happened, but that might not necessarily be the reason that they're crying.
Yeah, it's all this other stuff that they haven't figured out how to process.
Yeah.
And then needle or drop in the bucket that turned it over, whatever analogy you want to use for
another
being...
another thing that they could do is they could like FaceTime with the child. While I mean, you can hold the camera right here and not show anything.
Yeah, that's not my issue.
But it would be a way to assure the child that nothing is going on right there.
Yeah,
it's like, hey, you can see what's going on here. So like a live feed or something.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Still, because you said they wrote that she cries so hard sometimes she vomits.
Yeah.
That's a little extreme. Like, I understand being upset. I understand like the crying, a mini tantrum.
Well,
whatever. But
so probably what they're trying to do is do these things without the child's knowledge, and that, in my experience, that just makes things worse. Like, you have to have open communication with your child. You can't try to sneak around and do things. So like you have to tell them, hey, I'm doing this, instead of them finding out on their own and getting extremely hurt because that's how they found out.
Yeah.
Kids are not creatures of logic. They're creatures of emotion.
And chaos.
Yeah. Chaotic emotion. But really, like, I agree with the pediatrician. Just kind of wait it out to see, like, test some things to see what works. Whether it be like FaceTiming, open communication. I mean, just trying to figure out why they have this need.
That could work, and this might be a big swing and a miss because we're just starting potty training, and I haven't had to deal with anything like this. Say, hey, you can check the bathroom after I'm done with it. I'm going there. And then drop one off, and the kid's going to smell it when they go in there, and kind of like, so, I don't.
Well, it can even be like, you know, we work on sharing with my daughter. It's like, if she's playing with a toy, I will purposefully go play with another toy. And then when she asked for it, I was like, no, I'm not done playing with it. You can have it after I'm done with it, and I'll let you know that I'm done with it. But right now, this is mine. And she's like, okay, whatever. And then she goes and does her own thing. And then when I'm done with it, like 10 minutes later, I'm like, okay, this is yours now. You could do that with the bathroom. Like, the bathroom is mine now. You go to another room and claim it.
I like that. Yeah.
So it could be a sharing moment. But we've talked a lot about poop today.
We have.
let's go to something else. We got makeup now.
Makeup.
3-year-old daughter frequently wants to use makeup.
No.
We recently bought our 3-year-old a Barbie makeup set that has what I assume the basics of makeups have. She's watched her mother and grandmother apply makeup here and there, but mom especially isn't the type to wear it every day, maybe once a week. This morning she crawled into bed for cuddles, daydreamed a bit, then crawled out saying she needs to put on her makeup. She clearly enjoys doing it for the sake of doing it and is proud of her work because she loves to show her mom and dad how she did it on her own. There's not a shred of insecurity, but rather playfulness to her doing it. But I do worry if this isn't exactly a healthy hobby for a 3-year-old. Is she too young to be playing with makeup, even if it's just a game to her?
I'm as a boy dad who had thought about this if Harrison had been a girl. Way too early for makeup. Like, I'm sorry, dude, you dug your own grave buying a makeup playset for your daughter, and then now you don't want her using it like as much. Like, you walked in and opened the door for what you're in now.
So I was exactly like you until I actually experienced everything. Like before becoming a parent, I was like, kids are way too young to be wearing makeup and stuff like that. But now that I am a girl dad, I see that makeup is no different than anything else, whether it be clothes or shoes or something like that. Like, it's just it's not necessarily creating insecurities or anything like that. It's just like another accessory for them to enjoy. So like, you like shoes.
I do.
So makeup is no different than shoes. I mean, it's just an accessory. And my daughter loves putting on makeup. She even puts it on me. But
I shared pictures.
Yeah, I don't think I've shared the latest pictures. I'm not sure. But we've bought her actual makeup set. She's not allowed to play with it much because it creates a big mess. But we do give her like chapstick. She'll put on chapstick constantly and say it's lipstick. She puts it on her baby dolls.
I did the chapstick thing too, but that's because I got fun flavors, and I would just lick all the flavor off my lips. And then be like, oh, I need more.
The issue that they're worried with is creating negative self-image, like, because I mean I'm assuming this person's a male. Well, yeah, because it sounds like they're male. So they don't wear makeup, and they just think that it's like an insecurity thing. But this one actually does have some comments. Natural Coat 3159 says she's imitating what she sees and acting out, totally on par for her age. Daughter went through the makeup stage. I always stayed towards the clearance section to buy her little kits and such. She's a teenager now and doesn't go near the stuff. And then another person, Forsaken Asparagus 1. What exactly do you feel is unhealthy about it? It could just end up being lifelong interest or even a profession she enjoys. Or it could be just a toddler fixation that'll eventually go away. Personally, if she feels proud of herself after doing it, I think it's pretty cool. And OP responds to that saying, currently I don't see anything unhealthy about it. She uses it like a toy, practices her coordination to apply it, and feels great about doing it to herself. In the future, I worry about her self-perception, so I'm not sure how often to let her play with makeup. I just want to make sure she knows she's perfect with or without makeup. I never want her to feel like she has to wear it in order to be liked. So yeah, they're worried about perception of things. And in reality, I mean, those perceptions are going to come from the outside world. So as a parent, you really just need to teach them how, like, healthy self-image.
Yeah.
And that actually starts with parents, because I don't know if you saw the big incident with Bluey, where Bandit mentions about needing to go to the gym because I don't think he said that he was fat. I think he just said he was out of shape.
Saying he's out of shape is completely reasonable.
Well, it was I don't know the exact verbiage of it, but it was basically body shaming.
Okay.
And
if it was phrased in a way where it could be body shaming, then yeah. But in no way saying, "Hey, I'm out of shape" is a bad thing because I'm out of shape. I'm also fat.
Yeah, like we get so used to this like self-deprecating habits of being like, oh, I'm fat. I'm weird shaped. Like I constantly refer to myself as Bigfoot because I'm just large and fuzzy.
Yeah, I have older brothers. I have been dealing with depression and anxiety for 23, 24 years and used making fun of myself as a coping mechanism for years. Like, I got made fun of, I did it back and made people want to make fun of me less. Like, I shamed myself, but never seriously.
Yeah.
Most of the time.
I mean, it's just, and we get in habits of doing it, being like in front of our kids. Oh, I got to lose weight. I got to do this. Like, and our kids see that and they start reflecting it on themselves. It's like, oh, okay, well, I have to be skinny because that's what my dad thinks or my mom thinks.
Especially if they're younger, yeah.
Yeah. But I have to go take my dogs out, I think. So this will be a short episode.
So is that as bad as it gets?
Huh?
So is that as bad as it gets?
Yeah. So the final thoughts are that just as parents, we need to be aware of our children, that our children are watching us.
Yes.
We have to, I guess, model those positive images and try to be the best that we can. And that is about as a dad as it gets. And that wraps up another episode of As Dad as It Gets. Thank you for tuning in. This episode was hosted, edited, and produced by me, Larry Sims, co-hosted by Tom Flowers. If you want to be a guest on our show, if you have questions, or if you just want to connect with us, feel free to reach out via email at asdadasitgets@gmail.com or on Instagram at asdadasitgetspod. Thank you guys so much for listening, your support, your interaction, your feedback. We thrive on it. It feeds us. It keeps us going. So just keep on being awesome. And until next time, stay cool. You ready for this? I don't know what that was. Oh, there's a duck.
That's how the song goes. Y'all ready for this?